Hey everybody, welcome to my new project series. This is a car that I've always wanted to own, and now I have one.
What?
Whose car is that out front?
Mine. 1970 Pontiac Firebird, the car I've always wanted, and now I have it. I rule!
Meet my 1986 Porsche 944. Stay tuned and let's take a look. I'm about to give the 944 its first wash. As you can see, it's really dirty from being on the transport truck. Plus, when they were unloading it, one of their hydraulic lines blew and sprayed hydraulic fluid all over the side of the car. You see it's still dripping off right there. I'm not too worried about that because that'll come right off. All right, time to start washing. I've been looking for a while and I found this car on eBay. It's actually a California car and I am the third owner. The first owner owned it for all but the last 5 or 6 months, and I'm pretty excited to have it. It's a pretty clean car. It is not perfect, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. It does have one professional repaint. I don't know the date of that, but the paint looks probably within the last several years. It is original. Like I said, it's not been wrecked that I can tell. Although this front bumper is pushed in just a little bit. That should be a pretty easy fix, and it's pretty common. I had an RX-7, same style bumper, and one side of it was pushed in just a little bit. So I'll get into that at one point and get that corrected. It does have Fuchs alloy wheels, which are pretty oxidized. I'm going to probably end up refinishing those and the center caps. I haven't really driven this car much. It came off the truck, the transport truck, very late last night, like 2 a.m. So I only drove it from the pickup location here to my house. But as far as I could tell, it's pretty clean. Front seats have been redone. The front and the rear floor mats are obviously newer. It is missing a couple little pieces here and there. I do need to change out the leather on the shift boot. That's pretty common. Looks like it's original, and yeah, it's pretty frayed right there, but that's not a big deal. That's not an expensive part. It does have some dash cracks, unfortunately, they all do. There's a pretty big one right there, but I'm gonna get a dash overlay. I'll install that in one of the videos. These, this is the updated dash for 1985 and a half. They went with the newer style dash, which I personally like a lot better than the older style, but the older ones and the newer ones all suffer from cracks. I mean, it's just inevitable. I mean, you can probably find one that's not cracked, but then you're gonna pay, you know, top dollar for the car. And here under the hood, looks like it's pretty original. It's definitely dirty, dusty, but that is definitely something I will take care of. The hood pads look like they've been removed. They all tend to rot away, so I'll probably have to end up replacing those. As far as the front bumper goes, it did hit what looks like maybe a parking curb or something, so there's some pretty typical cracks right there and right there, but I can easily repair and repaint that lower section, no problem. Like I said, the car was repainted at one point. I need to go through the receipts and see if there's maybe a receipt for it, or I'll call the original owner. I think I have his phone number and we'll figure that out. The car is pretty standard and unmolested, and that's definitely what I wanted. The tires are Falcon. I don't know, they're not new by any means. They got plenty of tread, but as far as the date code, I think they're probably 8 years old. So when I do the wheels, I definitely am gonna take each wheel off, clean behind it, of course, give it the full spot treatment, and most likely end up refinishing the black part of the wheels. I really like the Fuchs wheels. I really wanted those versus the phone dials. It's personal preference. The rear hatch looks to be in decent condition. There is a tiny bit of the lamination right here, which is pretty common with these things. So I'm gonna have to be careful with the hatch itself. It does open, and I don't have the key on me, but it does open and the struts are good. And this rear spoiler, which is like a kind of rubbery material, seems to be in good condition. It did come with books, the records, the toolkit, and lots of receipts from the last two owners. One thing I will show is that it does have a replacement stereo. Not that the original stereo would have been all that great, but I do like originality, so we'll see. I'll probably just keep this one for now. As far as everything else, I haven't really driven the car, so you have to stay tuned to further future videos to find out. But for right now, this is kind of an introduction. So let me know in the comments, is this a car that you like? Is this a car that you ever wanted to own or drive? Let me know. Stay tuned to future videos. And make sure to check out the videos on my 89 Prelude, my 90 Miata, and of course, the 2020 Tacoma. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.